The first Noel, the angel did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields as they lay, keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel.
Merry Christmas, fellas. Hi, Andy.
Well, how's the work in press tonight, Sweeney?
Not working tonight, Andy. This is Christmas Eve. Or so they tell me. Give me a cup of coffee, will you? I want it black and I want it strong. I want it so strong that the spoon will stand straight up in it.
You know, if you were a drinking man, I'd be suspicious.
You know what I just finished writing, Andy? A front-page story about a nice old man found half-starved to death in a garret. That's right. Half-starved and half-frozen.
Ah, that ain't good. Especially on Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, so what? What's so different about Christmas Eve? Unless maybe it's the one day in the year that people like to kid themselves.
Drink your coffee, Sweeney. Talk if you want to, but drink your coffee.
Okay. Look at those kids out there. What do they got to sing about? Christmas? Don't make me laugh.
Christmas is for children.
Sure it is. And we're all children at heart, so they tell me. But don't forget that I know every tenement brick and every nasty garbage smell in this whole block. I ought to. I was brought up here.
Yeah, we can't all live on Park Avenue, Sweeney. How's it look?
Okay. Peace on earth. A nice old man starves to death. Goodwill toward men. Block full of cold rooms and unhappy little people.
What do you want, Sweeney? What are you after?
Not very much, that's for sure. A little happiness. Maybe a Christmas in fact as well as in name. I'd like to see a few smiles around here that aren't just painted on, that's all I want.
Well, take a look around for yourself, Sweeney. It's here. Take it. Christmas trees, the store windows, the people.
See this tree, Andy? There's your world. There's this whole block. All covered with pretty tinsel and nice ornaments. But a couple of days from now, the tinsel will tear and those ornaments will break and your tree's gonna look just awful. Where's the Christ in Christmas? The joy of a world given new hope for the birth of a child. Engraved Christmas cards, presents, and fancy wrappings? Where's the hope, the soul, the heart? The things that money can't buy here or anywhere else in the world.
Sure. I know what you mean. Still, a few bucks would do an awful lot of good in this neighborhood. Especially for the kids.
Sure they would. But I'm not talking about a handout to ease somebody's guilty conscience. Just once, Andy. Just once, I'd like to see the people on this street have a real Christmas. I know Christmas is for kids like those carolers out there in the street in their wet shoes. They'll smile and wave at you if you slip them a buck. But there's no peace inside, no goodwill.
Just kids? What do you expect, a miracle?
No. But I would like to see some of those little guys really happy on a Christmas Eve. Just one day, Andy, out of 365. You know something? I've always been kind of a sucker for a grin on Christmas Eve.
How's for pencil, Andy?
Sure, Pop.
Hiya, Pop.
Oh, Sweeney.
Merry Christmas to you, Pop.
Oh, thank you, Sweeney. Nice of you, boy. Mighty nice of you. And you too, Andy.
How about a cup of coffee, Pop? Must be cold outside.
Don't mind if I do. It is cold. Stopped snowing now. It's nice. Everything's clean and white and sparkling. I got a picture of it in my mind. Everything's snowy, like I remember. Like the old days when I had my sight. Didn't have shades over my lamps then. Oh, thank you, Andy. Mighty nice. Smells mighty nice.
Say, Pop, you used to always be talking about some kind of an operation. Did you give up that idea or what?
Oh. Operation costs about $1,500. There ain't much overhead in this business, but there ain't much profit either. Not much chance to make $1,500, not by a long shot.
No. Sure wish I had $1,500, Pop. I
Ah,
know.
you're a good boy, Sweeney. You've always been a good boy. That's why folks like you around here the way they do. Well, I've got to do a bit more selling. You know, it's funny how people all of a sudden on Christmas Eve need pencils. Well, that's what I get for going into a seasonal business. Thanks for the coffee, Andy, and a Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas, Pop.
And to you too, Sweeney. Merry Christmas to you both.
Thank you, Pop. Well, Andy, you know where I could pick up a little sight for a nice old guy like that? I think I'd put that right on top of my Christmas shopping list.
I'll buy that. Be a wonderful thing. But where would you get $1,500?
I don't know. Santa Claus, I guess.
Customers, Andy. Oh, hi, Sweeney.
Hi, Sweeney. Good to see you again. Hi, Andy.
Hi, Pete.
Well, what goes, Sweeney? Haven't seen you around lately. What do you have, honey?
Oh, piece of cake, I guess, and milk.
Oh, a couple of donuts, Andy, and coffee, but... Well, Sweeney, how's the newspaper business?
I'll just put it this way. If our slogan was all the news that's fit to print, we'd come out with 35 pages of wrapping paper.
You know, Andy, Mike Sweeney's the only guy I know who's doing what he really wants to do. All the kids I grew up with, we had big ideas. We lost them somewhere. I was even going to make enough dough so Marge could quit her job and we can get married. Well, it didn't work out that way. But Sweeney, he always wanted to become a writer, so he's a writer.
Yeah, sure, I'm a writer. I wanted to write the great American novel. Not news items on the rapid decline of the human race. And believe me, there's a difference. There's a whale of a difference.
Oh, come on now, Sweeney. Is this a night to be bitter on?
Oh, I'm not bitter, I'm just tired. Same thing every day and not very pretty. I do my rounds, pick up my little suicides, homicides, and violence, and get ulcers in return. And then on Christmas Eve, I come over and sing the blues to Andy here. He's too nice to throw me out.
Been on the point of doing it any minute.
Seen Pop around tonight, Andy.
I was in a few minutes ago. He's doing a land office business and selling pencils, so I guess he's feeling pretty good.
Oh, golly, look at the time. I'm due back at the store right now.
Well, you've hardly touched your cake or your milk.
Working late tonight, Marge?
Store's open till 9. Last-minute Christmas rush. And as usual, they're mostly men. Oh, my feet feel like the inside of a boiler factory.
All I have to do is marry me, honey.
Take me away from all this, huh? Well, who knows? Someday, if... A lot of ifs.
Witches were horses, all us beggars would ride.
That ain't the truth.
Yeah, if. You and Pete'd get married if Pete had the dough. Pop would be looking at things and seeing them if he had $1,500.
Well, you got to be philosophical, Sweeney. It's easy if you can wait for that ship to come in when you know that darn thing was sunk a long time ago. Come on, honey. Customers are waiting for you. I got a lube job on a nice, shiny new cad to finish up.
Oh, it's not really as bad as we make out. Look at the snow out there. Really dressing things up. Hardly know the tubby old street. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas. Well, nice kids there, Andy. Give them a half a break and no telling how far they'd go. Pete had some idea about going to college, didn't he?
Yeah, something like that.
That's the trouble with everything, and nothing works out right for anybody. Not only Pete and Marge and Pop, but me and you too, Andy. What kind of a Christmas Eve is this for you? I'll let you stand open tonight.
Oh, midnight.
Uh-huh, there you are. The one night in the year that you ought to be home with your family.
Andy's Lunch Emporium. Food'll never hurt you. Yeah? Oh, hello, honey. What? Oh. Well, wait a minute. Mike, could you watch the place for a minute? It's the little woman. The kid's crying. She wants me to take a look-see.
Sure, I'll stick around. I don't know how good I am as a short order man, though.
I'll be right home, honey. I'll only be gone a few minutes. The coffee's in the urn there. Sugar and cream on the counter in case anybody comes in. I don't know. The kid's crying, she thinks it's pneumonia. If he gets quiet, she thinks it's lockjaw. Sweeney, you always wear a sucker for a grin on Christmas Eve. Why don't you try one on? On you it'd look especial good.
Hello, and a Merry Christmas to you.
Hi.
What'll it be?
Cube steak good?
I should say it is. It's simply delicious. Comes from contented cows, and they haven't got much mileage on them.
Funny boy, huh? Well, I'll take it. Medium rare and a big hunk of butter on top. And let's see. Mashed spuds and string beans. And coffee.
Well, that's going to take a couple of minutes because the cook's out. But I'll get you coffee for you.
Well, can't you fix it?
No, just fix the coffee.
You ain't much good, are you?
Well, my mother loves me.
Well, I don't. I think this is a lousy joint. Come in for a meal and you get a song and dance from a joker.
Well, then why don't you go over to the hotel? It's just across the street. They've got a cook chained to the stove there, and on Christmas Eve they use 2 chains.
Now, don't lip me, smart boy, or I'll split yours.
Maybe you better leave, mister. I won't charge you anything for that coffee.
And you better wise up, guy, and quit walking on your lower lip, or I'll give you a nice colored eye to hang on your Christmas tree.
Hey, anybody carrying this kind of dough around ought to be a lot less belligerent, pal. Sticking your chin out the way you do just invites a heist.
What's the matter? Have a little trouble here, Sweeney?
No, not much. Junior here just got a little nasty, that's all. Never mind, don't arrest him. Let him go.
What'd you do, leave you a little tip, Sweeney?
Yeah.
Well, Merry Christmas to you, Sweeney. And tell Andy I dropped in to say Merry Christmas, will you?
Sure will. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Say, he might be right. We just may have a Merry Christmas at that.
Who's next?
Well, there's Tony Rianti. His kid's got pneumonia, so he'll need some dough to pay for the hospital. You got his number?
Yeah. But I sure ain't got yours. come in here as low as a squash piece of plywood, sore at the world, and I come back here and find you healed like the Bank of England. Oh, Tony, this is Andy. Sweeney wants you to come over to the lunch counter right away. No, he's not in trouble. It's for a sort of a Christmas party. Can you make it? Fine.
Check. Well, that does it. The 6 people who need help the most. At long last, Santa Claus comes to the tenement.
We said Christmas party.
Well, Andy, looks like everybody's here. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. You'll just pull up to a stool at the counter here. Pete, Marge, Tony, Mr. Dunwell, Pop, take a seat. Sweeney's got something here he wants to say to you.
Well, I'm sure glad you could all get over tonight. You see, I'm acting as a kind of special representative for St. Nick. He's a little ashamed of himself because Christmas has always overshot the field when it got to this block. But tonight, it's gonna land. Now, Pete and Marge. Sandy wants you to take $1,000 and get yourself a ring and a license and some furniture. And Mr. Dunville, at Christmas time, you always like to hand out candy and stuff to the kids around here, but you always forget yourself, even for something like an overcoat. So we got $100 for you to beat off the breezes this winter. And Tony, your little fella's been sick for over a month, so you're gonna need some dough to take care of those hospital bills. Andy, give him $500. And Pop?
The Lord bless you.
Pop, we got $1,500 for you to kind of throw a little light on the subject. It's for the operation, Pop, so that you can really see that snow instead of just thinking about it. And Ms. Thompson, I'd like to see you buy a flower for a change. Make it an orchid. Well, this leaves us a little balanced. I don't know. Maybe we ought to take a vote on what to do with it.
Mike,
Hey, Riley. Sure glad you could get over. You know, Riley's been on this beat a long time. A lot of these kids around here to have numbers instead of names if you hadn't gone to bat for them. Andy, let's give Riley $50 so he can go out and give the family a real Christmas dinner. Hey, what are you doing? You going crazy or what?
burns just like paper, don't it, Sweeney? And that's just what it is. Paper.
What?
That's right. Your little friend took off like a big bird when he saw me, because he knew his dough was as phony as the diamonds on a 5 and 10 bracelet. It isn't worth the nickel he should have left you for the coffee.
Phony, huh? Well, that figures.
I'm sorry, Mike. Thanks to the way you clobbered the egg, we picked him up with no strain. He was still dazed when the boys found him. And he's wanted. But you'll still have to come with me.
Now, wait a minute, Riley. Sweeney didn't know the dough was phony.
I know, Annie. That's got nothing to do with it. The captain wants to ask him a few questions.
Sweeney, good boy. He never done anybody any wrong.
That's all right. I'll go with him.
Oh, and I'd better pick up them phony bills. They'll want to see him at headquarters.
Well, Pop, maybe the pencil business will pick up next year. Tony, hope your kid pulls through all right. Pete and Marge and the rest of you. Oh, what can I say? I'm sorry, that's all. Come on, let's get out of here.
I'm making more hot coffee. Be up in a minute.
You think, Pop, they will throw Sweeney in the jug?
He's a good boy, and he was only trying to help us. Sweeney's always been a good boy.
Then why do they keep him down there? Why?
Maybe he needs bail money.
Oh, I never thought of that. What are we going to do?
This bail money. What is this bail money?
All right. Relax, all of you, will you? They're not going to keep him in jail. They got nothing to hold him on.
But if he needs money, here's all I've got. And if it helps Sweeney out of trouble, good.
All right, now relax, everybody. Sweeney's gonna be all right. Put your money back in your jeans before I ring it up in the cash register to cover next week's groceries. Coffee be ready in a minute. I'll be back in a second. I just gotta take this out. Sweeney, where you been? Everybody's been tearing their hair worrying about you. Now, what have you been doing?
Just walking and thinking. Thinking what a smart guy I am. Not.
So what? So somebody put a whammy on a swell dream. Come on.
No, I couldn't go back in there. Not after what I did to him. Look, everybody, Sweeney's playing Santa Claus. Come on, smile. Yes, smile.
Andy, what's the matter, Andy? Who are you talking to? Oh, Sweeney. Sweeney, you come back? Hi, everybody. It's Sweeney. Come back.
Come on, poet. You always wear a sucker for a grin on Christmas. This is your dish. Take it. It's all for you.
What's the matter with you? Don't you get it? That money was phony. Isn't worth a nickel. I didn't give you a package of presents. I gave you a package of garbage.
We got a mighty fine Christmas present, Sweeney. We got you for a friend.
The money, she's no important. My boy get well, and I get the money to pay somewhere.
You sure had us going, Sweeney. We thought sure you were in the jug.
What about Pop? What about that operation?
You don't need sight to see some things, son. Like good friends, and loyalty, and Christmas.
You may be quite a reporter, Sweeney, but sometimes you can be awful dumb. Like when it comes to seeing how much people really like you.
Oh, come all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye, oh, come.
Christmas is for children.
And his lunch emporium now celebrating Christmas Eve, courtesy Sweeney, and we ain't open. What? Yeah? It's the little woman. The kid's sleeping. She wants to know if that's a good sign. Honey, anything happens tonight is a good sign. A very good sign. It's Christmas, ain't it? A Merry Christmas, honey.
Well, it took me a long time to catch on. But I think I finally got it. Andy here, and Pop, Tony, Pete and Marge, all of you showed me the way. Yeah, and those kids out there, too. Christmas is for children. We're not celebrating an event, we're celebrating a promise. A promise of deliverance from evil. Not just in this block, but for the whole world. We've got to make that promise not just to ourselves, but to those kids out there and the millions of others just like them everywhere. Well, that's what you taught me tonight, all of you. The meaning of Christmas. The light that was started nearly 2,000 years ago is, well, it's burned pretty brightly ever since, offering peace and comfort to those who accept it. Those who accept it, and that's the thing. Of course, there are those that want to put that light out and lead us into darkness. Well, we just can't let them do that. And you know why. Because we've got to pass that light on to those kids out there and their kids and, well, all children to come. To the end of time.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun bell ring. Make each